There they are, Jim. Here comes the orange and black horde at the gates. Starting to move this way. It's Saturday night. Division 5 playoff football. Here they come. Send a rousing cheer on high. The loyal legions of Liberty Center. Jim, isn't that an awe-inspiring, beautiful sight? Here they come. They're on top of us now. Wave after wave of swashbuckling men in black. Here, Liberty Center, the 1998 playoff version of your Liberty Center Tigers. Jim, it's just shaping up to be a pretty darn good night for football.
Oh, it is. Weather-wise, there's a breeze, but the stands are loaded. In fact, this Eastwood High School in southern Wood County is just loaded to the brim with fans that are excited to see this playoff football game. Spike, we're now at the area where there was a four-step program these Tigers and their coach, Rex Lindgren, undertook this year. And they've achieved 3 steps, and as we spoke of earlier, Seeky first, the league title, the NWOAL League, Ohio's oldest schoolboy athletic association, and opportunities will be afforded you. So here we are. They are embarking on this step 4 of their goals. They won it all last year. They were unscored on the first half. And we're thinking that this Tiger team is every bit as strong as anything we've seen so far, and they've got to prove it to us otherwise.
Well, Jim, statistics would tend to bear that out. Under the direction of Coach Lindgren, Liberty Center averaging 47 points a ball game. That's the most since, of course, he's been here. And defensively, have only given up 8.8 points a game this season. And, of course, we all know about that unscored upon first half this year. Jim, the thing tonight, Liberty Center, we deferred choice, so we will kick off. And the Tigers are going to see something we haven't seen yet this year, is a wishbone offense. In fact, to my knowledge, I can't recall seeing a wishbone offense in years. But they seem to run it well. They've got a sophomore stud, Zach Coley. He will be, he averaged about 7 yards a carry. He was their featured back. Now set to kick off for Liberty Center is Spangler, number 75. Foot into it, high end over end kick, coming down at the 9-yard line, fumbled, rolls into the end zone, and fortunately for Bluffton, with the ball getting into the end zone, that's one of them muff rule calls, and they will get the ball on the 20-yard line. A big, big break for the Bluffton Pirates.
Yeah, since the Tigers deferred on the kickoff there, Spike, it's kind of amazing that Bluffton chose to defend the goal where the wind was against them for a kickoff, and now they're going to be passing into the wind, but they're going to show a different look to the Tigers.
All right, wishbone offense here. White out to the right, give up straight inside. He goes nowhere. Stopped inside. We've got Box. And yep, that was Box on the initial hit. Maybe we'll give him the length of the football for a gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Jim, you know the old wishbone offense from the days of Nebraska and Oklahoma, and it can be dangerous. Now the pitch out wide left. There's a fumble, and it appears, well, it appears that they recovered, but it's a loss of 5 on a play, and maybe that was the makeup for getting that Bluffton getting that big break early going.
Yeah, I didn't see the penetration there, but that pitch was not exactly on target, and the guy kind of muffed around with it a little bit, but lots of Tigers right there to try and get that ball, so it's a 3rd and 15 for the Pirates here, Spike, on their first possession.
Well, their tendencies are to throw to the right side. Now they've got a man in motion left. Give straight up inside. There's a fumble!
Tigers have got it.
Yes. And what a big break! Liberty Center recovers! Yes, yes, yes! Tiger football on the Bluffton 16-yard line!
Well, the surge of that defensive line of the Tigers was such that the quarterback took that center snap, and there was just a sea of black all around him, and he couldn't even hand the ball off. So it dribbles on the grass, on the fine grass playing field, and Tigers all over it. So, wow, what an opportunity, Spike.
Tigers coming out in their standard 2 tight end formation. Atkinson in a wing left. Outside the tight end Huff with Smith tight end on the right. In the backfield, McClure on the left, Zeiter on the right side, Shaddy under center. 10:48 to go, Tiger football. Here's a deep pitch to Zeiter. Found a great block, tries to get around the outside, down across the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Good penetration there by the Tiger offensive line. Good seal block. McClure downfield with a nice block. That will bring up a second down, and we're going to call it about 6. Gain of 4 on the play. Ball on the Bluffton 12-yard line. Bluffton likes to line up in a 4-4, but bring their 2 outside linebackers up. Same strong formation left. Here's Zeiter running off tackle inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. And gain of 4 yards at Liberty Center. No, that's a fumble. And it goes back to the Bluffton Pirates. Jim, I didn't even see the ball come out.
No, it looked like Ryan kind of met some stiff resistance right there at the end of that play, and his head kind of snapped back, but I didn't see the ball come loose. But Pirates have it, so one turnover right back to another, but Tigers got them pinned deep. The ball's on their Pirate 8-yard line.
Staying with that wishbone with a wide receiver to the right. Now off tackle, gain of maybe a yard on the play at best. Tiger secondary came up and run support, and good job by Liberty Center on defense. You know, Jim, good point you made with Liberty Center's penchant for not giving up any points in the first half all season. It is surprising that they chose to go against the wind, because I would think they would want to come out and try to gain an advantage. You know, and try to get an early lead. Try to turn the tables.
I think that was a horrible choice on the Pirates.
All right, second down and 8. Give up inside, and he rambles forward. That'll be close to first down yardage.
Justin Canner carries the ball for Bluffton. Stop on the play by number 2, Seth Atkinson, and number 66, Paul Amstead.
Well, that's something actually, Jim, been pretty rare this year. First down against the Tigers in the first half. Really, we've seen very few of them.
Yeah.
But you have to respect their fullback on that straight dive play on the wishbone. Now they fake it. Here's a throw outside. Throws behind, and certainly the wind didn't help there. But this wishbone will create problems for Liberty.
Yeah, I think that Pirate quarterback popped that pass before he was even ready to. But, you know, they got to play a little football to get this playoff jitters over with. On that running play that generated a first down, there was a offensive lineman that really held his block and drove a man way off the line of scrimmage. You can see that on your replay there. But anyway, Tigers looking to stop him here.
Second down and 10. Here's a straight ahead dive. He rambles forward for about 4. Jim, you know, they're making some moderate gains here, but they better be ready to dig in and play a full 4 quarters, because the strength of the Tigers defense lies in their front 4. They're ranking the top 8 on the team in tackles between Sharp, Lindgren, Box, and well, anyway, here's the fake, deep pitch outside. Atkinson comes up and nails him for a 4-yard loss. Seth Atkinson from his cornerback spot said, ain't no way, baby, you're down.
Over the last few years, we've seen Seth Atkinson make some wonderful plays, both on offense and defense. We'll never forget some of those catches last year in the snow as they were, you know, on their traverse to the state championship. Good play there.
All right, back to punt. Oh, he shanks it bad. That sucker's going to be out of bounds somewhere around the 30. No, that's going to be all the way back 21 yards. Jim.
5-yard punt.
That was a 2-yard punt.
Yes, sir. That punt went for, it's on a 21-yard line. That's where they started from.
A 2-yard punt, I think. Oh, and Matt Schwab, sorry on that, Matt. I just went tongue-tied there. All right, now the Tigers, just as good as a turnover, Jim.
Yeah.
They've got the ball 21 yards away.
Got to settle down and hang on that ball.
Here is the straight-ahead give to Zeider. He gets across the 20, gain of 2 yards on the play, but boy, was he busted.
Yeah, that's true. They've got to kind of get used to banging on each other there. The Pirate defense is very stingy in its own right. In the schedule they played, they didn't give up a lot of points, and they actually outweigh us. But we've seen that all season, and we got to believe the men in black are going to find a way to get it done, Spike.
Well, Jim, in the last 50 years, you show me a team we've ever outweighed, except maybe for Ottawa Hills. Tigers now with Atkinson on a wing right. Here's the fake. Shaddy back to throw. He lobs it deep. He's got Smith there just over his head.
He was open.
Nice play action fake to McClure up the middle. Shaddy had a lot of time, but got the ball out. Wind got underneath it and give that some extra push.
You know, that could be a factor there, that wind, and maybe Shaddy put something extra onto it. But, wow, everything worked, but the pass was just a little off target. But we'll get there. The point is that he put it where if his man wouldn't catch it, then it wouldn't be intercepted.
Yeah, very true. Shaddy really coming on here in the second half of the season at the quarterback spot. 2 tight end set, Atkinson wing right. Shaddy gives to McClure. McClure, no, he had it. Where'd Atkinson come from? Inside reverse touchdown. Holy mackerel, Jim. Fans, you're gonna have to run that one back on the tape. What a move, what a play. Everybody was fake there. It was sure, we were sure that McClure had the ball going right, but they ran that, must have been the inside reverse. And Atkinson scampers 19 yards for Liberty Center touchdown.
Well, that's ditto on everybody being faked out on that, including the Pirate defense, because, again, that guy woke up and said, here comes Seth. There was no way he was going to get him. Didn't have the angle, didn't have the time. So 6 points for the Tigers. Woo.
Well, once again, it's that explosiveness. Now to snap. Zeider hold, kick by Thunderfoot. Spangler is good. Halfway to Leigh Geary. Kick is good, and at 7:06 of quarter number 1, Liberty Center jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Jim, all set up several minutes ago by the Bluffton Pirate turnover.
Yeah, you know, we can say we've actually seen 3 turnovers in just a short period of time here in the first quarter, if you want to call it that badly kicked ball there by the Pirates, and then a fumble by each team. And that's not the kind of football the Tigers are used to. I mean, they force turnovers, and they get their share of them, and they capitalize on them. Well, indeed, they got the ball on a 21-yard line here, and sure enough, they put it what they needed to do. They got her in the end zone and got a nice, comfortable 7-point lead.
Well, I think with Bluffton running the wishbone offense, it can be a high-powered offense, but at the same time, highly susceptible to turnovers because, you know, you've got the ball wheeling and dealing. And, that's right. There's a lot of movement of the ball, and a lot of good things can happen, but very many bad things as well. Tigers set to kick off for the second time.
With the wind at their back, we might add.
Yep, Spangler set. He booms it high and over end. That's going to come down about the 3-yard line, taking it to 2, straight up the field. Van Gutten in there, slows him down, and finally brought down just outside the 20-yard line. Lucas Cherry, Jim, one of their speed merchants, one of their top sprinters, definitely playing wide receiver, a man to watch.
Yeah, not only is he excellent at the wide receiver spot for him, but he has 6 picks in the defensive secondary. Lucas Cherry seems to play both ends of the football field.
And number 27, their top runner, their featured runner, Coley, yet to be a factor in this game.
Jump on the Tigers there. Yeah, jump on the Tigers.
Well, it shows a little bit of
well, they were addressing
over indulgence in the excitement side,
well,
but
they got accustomed themselves to this quarterback's count, you know.
Yeah. Tigers make a change now in the game. Down lineman Matt Schwab, and coming out defensive back Ryan Miller. Tigers now will go with that four-man front. Am Stutz, the defensive end on the left, Van Gunten, defensive end on the right. Here is the give to the second back through, straight ahead, and he rambles for about 5 yards, very close to first down yardage. Jim, one thing they are doing is they are effectively keeping Liberty Center aware of all ball carriers, and it does have a tendency to spread the defense just slightly.
Yeah, I think I was seeing some trapping going on up there, and that is they let our line come through and then pop them from the side. So they got to really adjust and see what's being done so that they can know how to play.
Now give to the second back through, maybe a yard gain, but that will be good enough for the first down yardage. Well, at this point, Jim, I think with the Tigers' explosiveness, they can afford to be content with the bend and don't break philosophy. Ball is still on the Pirate 32-yard line, their own 32. Clock running, 6:14 here in quarter number 1. First round, Division V state playoffs. Here's the give straight ahead to the fullback. Gain of 5 on the play, Jim. They are relentless, and they're getting good use out of the fullback on the straight ahead dive play.
Yeah, at this point they are kind of controlling the line of scrimmage, but I've got to believe it's going to be a temporary thing. The Tigers are giving up a lot of weight, but they're going to find a way to get that stop. But Pirates on a mission.
Moeller now into the defensive line.
He still got it. All right.
Yes, now nailed in the backfield. We had Moeller and Lindgren in on the hit.
But such good penetration by the whole left side of the defensive line of the Tigers. He wanted to pitch it, but there was no way safely for him to release that ball, so he basically just had to eat it for the no gain. Actually moved it back a yard or two.
Dillbone into the game now as defensive end for Liberty Center. Here's the deep pitch. Now cuts it outside on a tackle. Ryan Miller right there. And Sattler helps him out, pulls him down. Big defensive play. Ryan Miller's speed caught up with him. Danny Sattler there on the assist. And the Tigers snuff out what could have been a dangerous start to a long rally.
Yeah, interesting defensive call there by the Tigers. They had Ryan Zeider blitzing, and he just missed that Coley back there in the backfield, but the Tigers right there as he tried to make it around in.
Now the punt, low, wobbling one, taken by Atkinson, gets his feet underneath him along the right sideline. Picked up about 5 yards on the return, and the Tigers will have good offensive field position at their own 40-yard line. 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Tigers leading at 7-0.
Spike, I think we can tell already this is going to be a football game. This team has been in the dance here one time, albeit a few years ago, but they come with credentials, and you don't get to the playoffs without playing some good football. So here go the Tigers again.
Tigers sticking with their standard wing offense. Atkinson wing left outside the tight end Huff. Here is the give to McClure, and he stopped for no gain. Good penetration by the Bluffton Pirates. Jim, so far they have been fairly successful at stuffing us up the middle, but that's why we've got this super team speed.
Oh yeah, remember so many of our plays, there's a lot of options off those plays involving a lot of the Tigers speedsters. So we're going to dish it out over the course of the evening, I know.
Atkinson now split wide left, Smith split wide right. Now here's the deep pitch to McClure, tries to turn it up, and met right there, maybe a loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 12 for Liberty Center. Tigers tried to spread it out and then run to open spaces, but great penetration by Bluffton. They stayed home, and a yard loss on a play, 3rd and 12.
You know, Spike, as we try to recall that last play, I don't know about our blocking scheme on the left side. Those big boys in the red pants just seem to slide right there.
Well, they're committing a lot of people up front to stopping the run, Jim. Sooner or later, they're going to give up a big one. Here's Shaddy back to throw. He's got time. Out there to Smith. Smith catches along the right sideline. He's off to the races. He's at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Jesse Smith! Jesse Smith! It's Jesse Smith for 62-yard. A touchdown pass from Shaddy, and it's another Tiger touchdown!
Oh, did we ever see it better? Did we ever see it better? Jesse was out there, a nice strike thrown by Rob Shaddy, and Jesse just takes a look at him coming and says, I am going to the races. But the ball comes back to the 41-yard line.
Well, Jim, it was a 23-yard gain. The officials ruled he stepped out of bounds over there.
Okay. We'll do her again. But Jesse showed the weapon that he can be.
Oh, he just took that little flare and outraced the opposition. Tigers now back to the 2 tight end set. Atkinson wing left. Gives straight ahead to Zeiter. Zeiter pounds forward for 2. Jim, those are tough yards up the middle, but sooner or later, they're going to break.
Well, every play has a purpose, Spike, and they're pounding in the middle there, and they're getting stopped and not much gain going, but the idea is to kind of pull them in a little bit, get them to commit to stuff that run, and then you can go over the top, or you can try so many things off that little inside reverse, which seems to be a pet play of this 98 Tiger team.
Well, they've got 8 men up in the box, Jim. They are going to stop the run first. Atkinson wing right. Now we've got a whistle.
This is like a 5-3 here.
Officials timeout.
Well, it's the immovable object and irresistible force. 8 men in the box, and Tigers have 2 tight ends set. Here's Atkinson motion right. Gives straight ahead to Zeiter. Zeiter with a quick burst. Gain of 8 yards on the play. Very close to a Tiger first down. Jim?
Yeah, I didn't get the blocker on the inside there that sprung Zeiter. I mean, there was a little crease there, and Zeiter popped that immediately, just like we've seen him do all season long. And didn't see who got the blocks in there, but we know they've been blocking all season long to make those plays work.
Tigers now coming out with a wide formation on this 3rd and 1. Gives Zeiter 7 on the last carry. Atkinson wide left, Smith wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Shaddy back to throw. Has time, lost it out there. It's caught by Huff. What a great catch by Huff. Down the sideline, the 10, the 5. Tim Huff! Tim Huff! God bless you, Tim Huff. It's a Tiger touchdown. Jim, what a pair of hands.
Oh yeah, Tim Huff, Tim Huff. Sometimes we go game after game without getting the ball to him, but when they do get the ball to him, he knows what to do with it. He kind of fought with it for just a little bit, but oh yeah, this is my ball. And when he roped her in, no stopping him. He was heading for that end zone, and Tigers get a good one. Good, satisfying score after that step out of bounds over on the other sideline. Tigers up 13-zip.
1:33 to go here in quarter number 1. Zeiter to hold. Snap is good, set down, kick is up, and once again it's good. Tigers lead at 14-0. Jim, you can't say enough about the hands of Tim Huff. The ball was thrown behind him.
Yeah.
He had to turn around, find the ball, hang on to it, and that is your senior for you out there. The great hands, the presence of mind, not to turn and run before he had the football.
Right.
And with his toughness and quick burst, he was into the end zone. And the Tigers go up by 2 scores.
No question. Tim Huff made some memories there, but senior leadership on this team, you couldn't say enough about it. I mean, there's 17 seniors on this Tiger football team, many of them playing both ways, and they just do what a senior group should do. And Tigers are very much in control at this point. A lot of football to play, but you couldn't script a better start than what the Tigers are showing right now. 14-0 with just about a minute and a half left in this first quarter, Spike.
Well, now it'll be interesting to see how Bluffton reacts to this. You know, they've been one of their strongest plays has been the quick fullback dive off the wishbone, the triple option, you might call it. And it's still early in the game. They may not want to open it up yet.
Well,
here it is, high end over end boot coming down in the corner at the 2. Fumbled into the end zone again. Jim, I'm telling you, that's twice they've got big breaks there. If that ball kicks to the sideline, it could have been Bluffton ball on about their own 2. However, they get out to the 20.
Spike, I'm never going to understand why they, after the Tigers deferred, elected to defend the goal.
Ryan Strayer in at linebacker for Liberty Center. Here's a dive up the middle. That goes nowhere. Selhorst maybe a yard on the play.
Number 40, Ben Selhorst carries the ball for the Pirates. He was stopped on the play by number 20, Chris Van Gutten, and number 66, Paul Amstead.
We're not using too much.
There's a gain of 1.
Probably not.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Bluffton Pirates at their 21-yard line.
Well, if you can pick up the announcer over the PA. 2nd down and 9, Bluffton's ball on their own 21. Now they come out with a 1-back set, wide out split to either side, straight ahead, give up the middle, and popped right there, gain of maybe a yard on the play at most. Jim, once again, the secondary coming up on run help, doing a super job.
I've got to say that back didn't quite look for the hole like Tiger runners when they get a little crease there, and he had a little bit of a hole, but he kept his head down like he was expecting to get hit, and sure enough, here come the Tigers. But you get a Tiger back in a situation like that, and he pops through, and he's in the secondary and going.
Well, we thought they might stick with a wishbone, but no more. They're running with 2 tight ends and 2 wide out, split wide either way. Back to throw, in trouble. He's hit, and ball knocked loose. Great job of blitzing Ryan Zeider. Along with it appears Chris Box. Breaks it up. Jim, that was almost a pick. Sharp couldn't find the ball, or it would have been an interception the other way.
Oh, yeah, Scott Sharp didn't see where that ball went because he was in position to dive for that and get a good interception, but Tiger defense had their number that series.
Tigers with 10 men up on the line of scrimmage. Van Gutten in the middle, Zeider on the outside, Smith on the other. Here they come, looking for the block. Just gets it off, end over end wobbler. Atkinson and drops off. And Liberty Center will take over on their own 47-yard line. Great field position again, set up by that super duper defense of Liberty Center. 9 seconds to go here, quarter number 1. Liberty leading 14-0.
Spike, it was pointed out to me that because the Tigers deferred, the Pirates had to choose the ball, or did, and when they choose the ball, then Liberty gets to pick where they're going to kick from. And anyway, it's sure working in the Tigers' favor. They've got the wind at their back, and they're up 14 points.
Shaddy back to throw. He's got time again. He launches the home run ball down there deep, and Smith goes up. Can't quite haul it in. Jesse had double coverage down there. Shaddy laid that ball out there about 55 yards. You know, that's been a good thing so far.
Yeah.
Rob Shaddy has had ample time every time to get rid of the football.
Yeah, a little comment about the wind there, Spike. Jesse stopped and came back for the ball, and if he'd have kept in his pattern, it'd have been right there, but he didn't think his quarterback could throw it that far, but had nice wind behind him, and Shaddy actually got the ball out there.
Yep, he had a lot of arm there. Back to throw one more time. Now he's got Atkinson in the short zone. Pass just underthrown, and that'll be the end of quarter number 1. Liberty Center will have a 3rd and 10 on their own 48-yard line. Quarter number 1, Liberty leads it 14-0. Now, at the quarter break, we want to thank our season-long sponsors here. They make these broadcasts possible for you on NCTV5. We have KK Collision in Liberty Center, Rick Speece of Speece Trailer Court, Dave's Running Shop in Delta, Pisanello's Pizza right uptown and caddy cornered across the street from Dave Perry of Dave's Auto Service. Also, we have Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, headed up there by Norm Zeider, Pilliards in Swanton, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, First National Bank, the Henry County Bank, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Holgate Metal Fab, Clapp and Haney Tools, Terry and Mary Lou Bowers, and Skip Miller along with Lou on the driving for Miller Trucking. Here we go, 3rd and 10, first play of the second quarter. Here is the straight ahead give to Zeider. He bowls forward to the 50-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and a long 7 yards. Well, Jim, without a doubt, Liberty will punt here. I think Rex has given up on his 4th down razzle-dazzle stuff. And I say that tongue-in-cheek.
Tiger defense playing real good football now, and they've got a 14-point lead, so no mistakes, no how, no way. And, you know, Tigers just playing good, solid football again, Spike.
That's why you never know what's going to happen. Here's Miller back. He's looked. Now he gets off the punt. Fair catch called. Almost bobbled, but they hang on in the teeth of the wind. Ball on the 23-yard line. 27-yard punt, and Jim, I think with this stiff wind in the Tigers' face, I really think that's about all you can expect. He did get it high. Tigers had great coverage downfield.
Yep.
And you know, if we've got the wind in our back in the second half, I mean, hey, that could really be an advantage, even if nothing else, just in the punting game. Here we go. Bluffton back to the wishbone with a wide receiver right. He's back to throw, launches it downfield.
Yeah, he got drilled.
Yeah, he got popped big. Yeah. Good show of sportsmanship by Amstutz, helping quarterback up.
56, that box. He nailed him. Was that
Box nailed him, yeah.
Box stuck the quarterback big.
Some miscommunication there. The receiver did a...
Yeah, he broke the pattern.
Yeah, broke it off, ran some sort of a flag route, and the quarterback launched it right down the center of the field. 2nd and 10, ball on their own 23. Here's the straight ahead give. He breaks it out in the open. Finally, there it is. The sophomore sensation, Zach Coley, burst forward for about 14 yards, a la Liberty Center.
Yeah. Spike, I can't even understand what Box was doing that deep back there, but lucky for the Tigers he was, and he wrapped up, and down come Mr. Coley, but big gain there, moves the sticks for the Pirates.
Hey, these guys didn't come just to roll over. Now here's the give, off the right side. Gain of about 3 on the play. Tackle by... Yep, Sattler. Yep. Also, unbalanced line left. Here's the pitch coming to the outside. He's got some running room. Zeider comes over. Zeider makes a hit. Can't hang on. Rambles down to the 40-yard line. Ryan Zeider with a tremendous effort. Fought through the block. Got an arm on him. But this Coley had some strength. He fought through that, got down inside the Tiger 40-yard line.
Yeah, now all the research we could do about the Pirates, that seemed to be what they thought their strength was to make those wide pitches and get around in, a couple good blocks, and they're off to the races. And they did execute that play quite well.
That's the strength of the wishbone triple option. Now they've got a wing to the right with 2 backs and 1 wide out. Give straight ahead, and Lindgren says no. Down right there, maybe a yard on the play. Blake Lindgren, nose tackle for the Tigers, brings him down. Well, and that's where the Tigers have to be really tough, is on the inside, so that they can commit to stopping the outside flashes.
Yep.
Big test here for Liberty Center. Bluffton in Liberty Center territory on the 38-yard line. Still plenty of time, 9:32. Straight ahead give to Coley. Coley breaks the tackle. Smith there, and Jesse, last man, finally brings him down.
This man Colai comes to this ball game with a lot of impressive statistics. As a freshman, he gained 1,200 yards, Spike, and then as this is sophomore year, he gained almost that. So he knows how to pick him up and put him down once he has a football under his arm. Tigers taking a timeout here, and they're going to talk it over. So we're in for a football game. The fans love it, and it's just good to look up there and see that score, 14-0 in favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, that's the upside of the Wishbone offense, because when it works, it can be really tough to stop. You have to have some great individual plays on defense.
I have some game sponsors here. The Bluffton game sponsors, Louis Miller, Mary Beth, and John Collins support son Chad Collins. Grandma Nola and Grandpa Chester also wish good luck to Chad Collins. Glenn, Jana, Ben, Molly, and Katie Small want to say good luck to Jesse Smith. Jim and Pam Overmeyer for their nephew Rob Shaddy say good luck, Rob. Mark and Lucille Bolick want to support daughter Lee and all the cheerleaders, and also wish nephew Chris Van Gunten a great game. Spike.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 on the Tiger 22. The Pirates with the ball. Straight ahead give to the fullback. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he rambles down close to the 15-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. Yeah, the Tigers right now need to regroup. They called a timeout. Hopefully now they can stiffen. Bluffton with the ball. Now, we're going to mark the ball back. Gain of about 5 on the play. Ball on the 17. Here is the deep pitch to Colai. Colai tries to cut it up, and Liberty Center defense swarms to the spot. Maybe a yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Blake Lindgren and Box.
Lindgren and Box in on the hit.
Spike, that's exactly what timeouts are all about. You see something you need to adjust a little bit, and you can't get the word in by hand signals. You call timeout and you talk it over.
Sophomore Ryan Strayer in relief at linebacker, also in on the hit. Tigers jump, they get back. Here's a give straight ahead. Coley stopped in the backfield. A big defensive play for Liberty Center. My, oh my, the Tigers came to town there. Loss of 2 on the play. Coley, loss of a yard on the play. Coley thrown back.
He stuffed him good. He's a little wobbly.
All right, that's great. Now the Bluffton Pirates.
27's hurt. They're a little shook up.
Yep. Now they've got a decision, and they call a timeout. A critical point in the ball game, Jim. Bluffton needing to get back in it. They call a timeout with a 4th and 5 on the Tiger 17.
Oh yeah, no question there. Good stand by the Tiger defense. They stiffen when they need to, and the trainer actually came out to look at their vaunted running back. Colai? Yep, Zach Colai there. He looks to be okay, but Tigers hit him hard. On the Bluffton sponsors, forgot or didn't get to rather, Sherry Van Gunten, who says, "Smash him, Chris. Good luck." And Chris has been smashing him. It says Sherry though. All right, name's Cheryl Van Gunten. Anyway, you know who you are, and Chris Van Gunten's been having a heck of a season for the Tigers.
Okay, here we go. Big play, number 1 of the ball game. 4th and 5. Bluffton coming out. They had to talk that one over. They're going to come out with a wide formation. Wide out left, wide out right with the 2 tight end set. Lone running back in the backfield. Here's the play action pass thrown behind him, and it's incomplete. Liberty Center takes over. Good pressure on the quarterback, had to get rid of it just a split second too soon. Ball was thrown slightly behind, and the Tigers were there to swarm all over the receiver. It appeared to be the fullback coming out of the backfield, and Liberty Center takes over. A big defensive stop. They take over on the 17-yard line. 7:57 to go here in the first half, and the Tigers' scoreless defensive streak remains intact. Tigers now with Atkinson in the wing to the left. Zeiter, McClure in the backfield. Here's the give to McClure. He pounds straight ahead for a yard, maybe 2-yard gain up near the 20-yard line. Spotted, I think, about the 19. Gain of 2 on the play. And Jim, I think like you said earlier, Liberty Center will continue to pound that inside because sooner or later it's either going to pop or they're going to set up something on some misdirection to the outside or the power sweep.
Yeah, we don't have a stat on that yet, but I know Zeider's got quite a few yards inside, and of course that sets up a lot of things.
8 men up in the box for the Pirates. Tigers with that same set now. Atkinson in motion right. Here is the give to Atkinson. He's hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 9, and I think, Jim, what we're seeing is one of the better defenses we've seen on the interior. And with the wind in our face, Liberty is somewhat limited as how much they can throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, this half is going fast. We're under 7 minutes now in the first half, but importantly on the scoreboard, it's Tigers 14, Pirates 0.
All right, we've got Huff split out wide to the left. Atkinson in the slot, look for something special here. Shaddy with time, he lobs it out there to Atkinson. Atkinson there, almost! Boy, Jim, that was reminiscent of that super catch that Atkinson made last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Willie Mays style with his head turned back to pick it up. Ball kind of floated out there with the wind.
Yep.
Atkinson had his man beat, but it will bring up a 4th down and 8. Now, critical for Liberty Center.
Punt coverage
Yep.
and a kick against the wind.
That's
here.
right. The punt coverage has to really be on top of it now. Ball resting on the 19-yard line. Here's the snap. It's good. Miller there. He gets it off. A high wobbler. Oh, yes, a flag on the play. The ball takes a Liberty Center bounce, gets up to the 50-yard line. 31-yard punt. Good punt under the circumstances. But punter Ryan Miller clapping his hands.
Yeah, I think Ryan Miller helped the official out there a little bit, but that's what you're supposed to do. That's an excellent play. That's going to bring it back, and I believe, won't that give him a 1st down, Spike? Isn't that the rules, running into the punter?
Well, you know, there's, in pro anyway, there's 2. There's roughing the kicker and running into the kicker. So it remains to be seen what it is here, but... It sure appears that it's going to be a 15-yarder.
Yes, sir. 1st down. We'll take it.
Yep. Well, Jim, that's all part of the football game. You don't necessarily win all the time on your fine play. It's the team that sometimes makes the fewer mistakes, and that's all part of the game. And sorry to say for the Bluffton Pirates, but they just screwed up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Spike, if you're going to block a punt, you're supposed to try to throw your body where you think the ball's going to be as it leaves his foot. And he ran his rush a little too deep, and true enough, he did run into Ryan Miller, although I think Ryan Miller provided a little theatrics, but great play for the Tigers, and it does move the sticks. Tigers have a 1st down. A discussion right now about something out there, Spike. What do we got going on?
Well, not too sure. Perhaps, no, I guess now they're happy with it. Play getting set. Setting the Tigers offense here, we've got Sattler, the center. We've got Jesse Miller, the guard, on the right. Todd Moeller, tackle, on the right. And Smith, the tight end, on the right. On the left, we have, no, now here's the inside to to McClure. Yeah, they faked the sweep right and gave it coming back to McClure on a little counter play. Good for 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. At guard on that side, number 66, Amstutz. The tackle on the left side, Spangler, and the tight end on the left, Tim Huff. Well, that's good. 3 yards on 1st down gives the Tigers a little breathing room here. Atkinson in a wing left. Now the Tigers with that spread formation. They got McClure in the slot. Atkinson, the split out wide backfield. Only one running back. Here's the fake reverse. Zeider in trouble, trying to turn up his field. Super penetration. The Bluffton Pirates stayed home, and what could have been a huge play turns into about an 8-yard. About an 8-yard loss. Oh my, the orange and black took one in the ear there. Now, Liberty Center facing a 3rd and 15. Ball on their own 28-yard line. And Jim, there's still 5 minutes to go in the first half. Tigers need some positive yardage here. They've got Huff split out wide left, Smith tight end on the right. Shaddy back to throw, there's pressure, and he's sacked in the backfield.
10-yard line.
He didn't even have time to get the screen set up. They were all over him, great pursuit, and all of a sudden, Liberty Center, after that penalty, with a first down, clear up at the 33-yard line now.
Forced a kick. They've got 31 yards to go. 4th and 31.
Yep, 4th and 31. The ball rests on their own 12.
Spike, I'm impressed with this Pirate defense. They can put their ears back and bring it when they need. You know, on that reverse that got all muffed there by Zeider, if they'd have given it to McClure, he'd have gone for a score.
Excellent kick by Miller. The low line drive, knifing through the wind. Yep. The ball out to the 44, a 32-yard, no return, fair catch punt. And the Tigers gain some valuable real estate there.
Yep. All right, Spike, this is time for the Tiger defense to show their strength again, as they have all season and as they have in this game. Pirates have moved the ball on occasion. They have ground some first downs out, but the Tigers have stiffened when necessary.
Now they're to their one-back offense. And the hit to the backfield by Van Gutten. A great defensive play. Van Gutten said forget about it, and he blew through the interference, fought through, and now Colai down again. He's got a knee problem, hit in the backfield for an 8-yard loss. That's the defensive play of the game. Van Gutten, somebody ought to kiss you.
Spike, that's got to make the highlight film for anywhere and anybody. He fought off the block and was still able and had the strength and the presence of mind to make the hit back there and stop the play cold for a big loss. What a play. What a play by Van Gutten.
Well, he's your original ball player named Desire. Clock stopped, 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Colai is down, and it appears that he sustained what could be perhaps a serious knee injury, and all on just the presence of mind and determination of Van Gutten.
I think this running back that's kind of down right now had been pounded earlier, Spike. He took some pretty good hits, and one time they called a timeout just to give him a little rest, and a trainer looked at him, and of course he continued to play. So he might have got banged pretty good before, and then somehow in the course of this tackle, which really wasn't a huge hit other than the fact that the three of them got tangled up there. Van Gutten fought his block off and actually drove his block into the ball carrier and was able to make the play. And somehow Mr. Colai hurt himself there, but they're helping him off now, and we've got more football to play. But how about those Tigers for coming up big, Spike?
Jim, that's the way it's been all year. Big play, Tiger defense. Once again, the cream rises to the top. Colai coming off the field, rather gimpy, but he is walking out under his own power. Certainly we don't wish any long-lasting injuries to him. He's got a long high school football career ahead of him, and I hope he comes back next year and has a good season. Now, Bluffton with the wind at their back, 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 16, back to the wishbone with the wide out to the right. Here's the fake back to throw, hit by Zeider, and the ball floats harmlessly out into the flats. Ryan Zeider blitzing from his cornerback spot on the right side, nailed him in the back, and another big Tiger hit. Jim, there's going to be some black and blue Pirates tomorrow morning.
Well, you got to love this Tiger defense. All season long, we see the blitz very, very rarely, but it is a tool, and they're using it tonight effectively.
Tigers now with the 5-man defensive back. Here's the give up inside. Gain of about 10 or 11 yards on the play, down to the 40. And now Bluffton with that gain. It appears that their punt team is coming out on the field, but Jim, I don't know. 4th and about 7 with the wind at your back, I think I'd be going for it here.
They may be trying to fool us, but they're kind of on their heels because their star back is out gimpy right now.
In punt formation. Here's the snap. It's good. Takes his time. He gets off a spinner, but it's heading for the sideline. Boy, I don't know. Not much there. Yeah. He got coffin corner, but it was clear up around the 25-yard line. Another poor punt. We're going to call it about 11 yards.
Yeah. You know, over the course of the game, Spike, that's a big deal, your special teams, and their punting game so far, whether it's been against the wind or with the wind and just a mistake, has been anything but satisfactory.
Okay, Tigers with the football. 3 minutes and a single second to go here in quarter number 2. They in there with the 2 tight end set, Atkinson and a wing right. Question is, will they come out in the 2-minute offense? Here's the give to Atkinson on the inside, reverse, breaks a tackle, cuts off the left side, and he's got first down yardage. A little man, but a big heart with a lot of strength. Atkinson with a great move on the inside reverse, picks up 11 yards, and it's a Tiger first down. Jim, we only used 7 seconds off the clock, and with that first down, now the Tigers may be thinking, the heck with the win, we may go for the 2-minute offense anyway. Now they come with that new formation with the spread right. Smith out here, Atkinson in the slot. Here's the pitch to Zeider, cuts up inside, a block by McClure. Now breaks 2 tackles across the 40 and up to the 43-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Clock running, 2:25 to go in half number 1.
Score at this period would just be colossal for the Tigers, so they've got their eye on the clock, and we may see some plays we haven't seen in a long time, Spike. They've got plenty of time, and they want to get her down there.
They need just one big play. Shaddy back to throw. He's got Atkinson. That's a great catch! No, now they rule it incomplete. Atkinson had it all the way down. When he hit the ground, it popped loose, and they're going to rule it incomplete. Very close to a super reception, and that would have been good for first down yardage. Now the Tigers with 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Clock stopped, looking at a 3rd down and 7. Once again, Shaddy had time. He's only really been popped once. Tigers' offensive pass protection been quite good. Now they've got Smith split wide to the right, Atkinson split wide left. Tight end on the left is Huff. Shaddy back to throw. Here's a quick out, tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. The intended receiver, Jesse Smith, was doing a quick slant from his wide out right and would have been open just over the 50-yard line. But once again, a good defensive play by Bluffton.
Yeah, I believe that's Brian Hicks for the Pirates come through there, and he's played some pretty good defensive tackle for him. He's kind of hassled the Tigers in their backfield a few times tonight.
Yeah, the Bluffton defense, very versatile. Now they've got 2 men back in punt return formation. Here's Miller, throws it. He's got Zeider open. It's a catch, and it's a Tiger first down. Boy, they caught him all unawares. Ryan Miller did what he had done before, caught the ball and took his time, but the Bluffton defense was back, and Zeider coming out of the backfield with a great over-the-shoulder catch. It's a gain of 10 yards on the play. It's a first down with 1:50 to go on the Bluffton 47-yard line. And now we've got a Bluffton timeout on defense.
Oh, that was key, Spike. What a pass there, and they knew where the first down marker was because even though the punter is deep behind the line of scrimmage, that pass still had to get up there and make the necessary yardage, and he threw a strike to Ryan Zeider, hung on the ball, made a good reception, and Bluffton's on their heels now with about 1:50 almost to go in this half. They do not want another score. They're already down 14-0, and another one would be awful hard to overcome because these Liberty Center Tigers are playing the kind of defense that they've become famous for, Spike.
Ryan Miller showing just another facet of his all-purpose skills. Jim, he comes in and plays defense when they go to the nickel formation on defense. He runs out of the backfield. He lines up in the wing as a good pass receiver. He punts the football, and now how many complete? That's his 4th completion on the season. Now the Tigers with Smith split wide right, Atkinson in the slot. Shaddy back to throw with time, now throws it downfield for Atkinson. He's there, it's caught! Seth Atkinson! Atkinson on the catch inside the 20-yard line. Atkinson doing a sideline route right down toward the flag, catches it, and with 1 minute and 43 seconds to go, it's the orange and black Liberty Center Tigers knocking on the Pirate door.
Oh, knocking they are, Spike, and that was particularly satisfying. Seth over there, main stud defender.
Give to Zider straight ahead, his spin, breaks a tackle down close to the 10-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Spike, the Pirates desperate to prevent a score at this point. They called a timeout earlier, and they are on their heels right now. This would be a good time to stick them.
Tigers with a spread formation left. They got Smith tight end on the right. Miller split wide, Atkinson in the slot. Shaddy back to throw. He's got Atkinson going deep. Just overthrown. Great pass routes there. Smith over the middle from the right, from his tight end spot. Atkinson going and out, and Miller with a flare across the middle. Atkinson open.
Yeah.
But Shaddy laid it out there, Jim.
Oh, yeah, just a little too much adrenaline there. Rob Shaddy threw a beautiful pass, but just a little too strong, kind of out there. But this is 4-down territory, so they've got 2 downs to get her.
Tigers in their red zone here where they've been very successful. 31 out of 35 this year now. 2 wideouts either side. Atkinson on one side, Smith on the other. And it appears that we've got encroachment. But, of course, the Bluffton defensive tackle now points. And it's going to go against the Tigers. Jim, instead of 3rd and about 6, now we're looking at 3rd and 11 or 12. And with the placement of the ball, very crucial, actually, because with old Thunderfoot there, the field goal possibilities there. But now the Tigers really have to look to get back inside a relatively good range. Ball resting on the 15 to 17-yard line.
Gives them more room to run their pass pattern.
Now Atkinson split wide right. It's Miller split wide left. Here's the screen. He has to get rid of it. Miller doing a good job trying to get back to the football, but Shaddy just did not flat out have enough time to get rid of the football. And we've seen probably the best pressure we've seen all year from the Pirates. And now we've got that dangerous 4th down situation. Ball on the 17. That would make it, if they went for it, a 34-yard attempt.
Yeah. Tiger receivers have been open. They just got to have a strike here. And with less than a minute to play in the first half, this is a very safe play, so go Tigers.
Smith split wide right, Atkinson split wide left. Tight end Miller. Shaddy back to throw. He's got some time, hits a toss, just underthrown. Smith in the corner, tried to come back. He slipped. It'll go incomplete, but Jim, the important thing, we didn't score, but on the other hand, Bluffton with field position early on was knocking on our door, and we held them out. So the Tigers, it appears, are going to come away with a 14-0 lead at half. Bluffton with good coverage on Smith.
Yeah, it was a good defensive stand by the Pirates. They were backed right up there, and well, we had a penalty when that didn't do us any good, but a couple passes weren't quite on the target. Well, with the wind, and I've even seen our quarterback slip a little bit, so that dew is probably beginning to be a factor out there, Spike.
Lone setback. Here's the give straight ahead, and he'll go forward for a couple. I'm surprised Bluffton with the wind at their back. You know, they were in the wide formation. I'd air it out. Clock running at 40 seconds here.
I don't know. Spike, they're deep in their own territory. They don't want a mistake. They're down 2 touchdowns. That's not an insurmountable lead by a lot of standards. So maybe they're content to set on it and go in and talk it over.
Well, that's certainly a possibility, but you know, there's always a chance of a pass interference call. But I'm liking it. I'm glad they're just sitting on it. Yep, they give up inside again, maybe a couple on the play. But that should be the final play of, nope, there's going to be a timeout on the field.
timeout, Liberty Center.
Tigers call it a timeout. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 situation. Hey, the Tigers are looking at any possibility here. If, you know, if something happens, if there's some kind of a turnover, you never know.
Yeah, but they could have done that a minute ago and had them use their downs up. But, you know, 14-0 is a good way to go for the Tigers here. First half, a good football.
Well, you know, you've got a good point. But if they do break a play and you call a timeout, you're just helping them.
I know.
So, so it, you know, you can look at the heads and tails on that call. Just get a little bit of a break here. If they can get another quick timeout called, there's going to be a return or there's going to be something happen here. Bluffton in a vanilla type offense. They give it straight ahead. He stays on his feet long enough. Clock running at 6 and at 5. Whistles blow, and I believe the Tigers will use their final timeout. It's going to be on 25-yard line, 4th down and 3.
Liberty Center, 4th down and 3 for the Bluffton Pirates.
The sideline and clock would expire rather than risk a punt.
Yeah, I think so, Jim. I think that's what they're going to do. I don't think you'll see the long snap. But the Tigers have to call it. Here's Atkinson, lone deep back for Liberty Center. Bluffton in punt formation, but they don't have anybody out wide, so they're not going to punt. There'll be something short. They're just going to try to run clock. I can't believe they'll snap it deep. No, but they did, and they punted. I don't believe it. What if that was blocked?
Yeah, I know it. That's a very
Now Atkinson stays away from it. Clock runs. He attempts to pick it up, and time runs out. The Bluffton Pirates with a lot of confidence in their snapper and in their punter. Boy, Jim, that could have spelled disaster.
Yeah, that was very risky. I just don't understand that. But anyway, the field's going to clear with the home team, the Liberty Center Tigers, up 14-0, and their streak of scoreless first halves continues with this 98 Tiger team. What a half of football, and another half to look forward to. The Pirates are formidable by spells. They play some excellent defense, making some stops for losses against the Tigers, and you know, but the Tigers' big play and their quickness is very apparent, and it could be more than 14-0, but that's what the score is, and got to be happy, Tiger fans.
Look here at the stats. Rather than try to run down through every individual stat, the telling thing is that finally we have found a team that, for the most part, has shut down Liberty Center's off just simply super running game.
Yeah.
The Liberty Center only 35 yards on 17 carries. Several carries stopped for no gain and a couple of yard loss there. The one difference is that Liberty Center's been able to throw for 96 yards, and Bluffton to this point has 0 completions. However, they've rushed for about 4 yards a carry. They've got 92 yards on the ground. Good field position for Liberty Center, and some stellar defense at crucial times has kept Bluffton off the board, and Liberty Center now leading it 14-0. Quickly here, our sponsors, we have Dave Perry of Dave's Auto Service, Pisanello's Pizza, catty-cornered across the street, Dave's Running Shop at Delta, Speece Trailer Court, KK Collision, Davis Farm Service, and here's the kickoff. Low line drive bouncing, taken right there by Silva. Silva straight up the middle. Nice return for Brett Silvas. Gets up near the 38-yard line where Liberty Center will take over. 1st and 10. The wind in their face. We also have Swanton Welding, Pilliards, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, First National Bank in Liberty, the Henry County Bank, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating, Holgate Metal Fab, Clappin Haney Tool and Die, Liberty Enterprises, and Miller Brothers Trucking in Napoleon. Tigers coming out now, 2 tight end set, Atkinson wing on the right side. And Bluffton with 9 men in the box. Here's Zeider hitting the backfield, stays on his feet long enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jim, with that many men up in the box, they're doing a great job of neutralizing Liberty Center's offensive line.
They are indeed, Spike, and they're just plain daring us to pass it. Passing first half at times a little bit erratic for the Tigers. So I believe the Pirates are saying, okay, if you're going to beat us, if you're going to move the sticks, you're going to pass it.
Well, here they go again. Everybody up, 8 men. Shaddy back to throw, quick slant, caught. Now falls to the ground. Atkinson on a quick out. Momentarily open, ball falls to the ground. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 9 yards. Ball at the 38-yard line. Well, Jim, this is obviously every play is big, and when you get into the playoffs, but with the wind in the Tigers' face, and I think it's paramount that they protect the lead, somehow grind out a couple of first downs here. 2 tight end set. Here's the deep pitch to Zeider. Fouls a couple of blocks. He gets across the 40, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that usually means holding on the offensive line.
Yeah, Spike, halftime's always a time of adjustments, and Pirates saw that they could do some things well against Liberty, at least defensively. And so we'll see. You know, that's a time for adjustments and talking things over. And they're down 14-0. And remember how the Tigers almost put a 3rd score in there as the half began to wind down, but it didn't happen. And we've got a fresh half to play. And these two teams, they don't have it settled, Spike. They're going to fight each other tooth and nail, and that's just exactly what you want in a playoff game.
Bluffton refuses the penalty, preferring to put the Tigers at 4th down rather than give that big play offense 2 chances to convert. Miller back in punt formation. Tigers with Smith and Atkinson split to either side in punt coverage.
Remember a fake from this set.
Here's the snap. Miller gets off a high wobbler. It's going to be effective. Takes a nice Liberty roll, scooped up at the 18, and brought down right there by Atkinson. Nice, polished off by Flory and Sattler. Nice job, very effective punt.
Yeah, Spike, I know it's some time before the league honors come out and so forth, but if there's a better punter that we've seen all year, I can't remember him. I mean, this Tiger punter can just do so many things and always punts for distance, always gets a roll.
Yeah, he's got a good technique, a 42-yard punt. Here is the give. No, it's a quarterback keeper on the option. They get it outside, and a gain of about 5, perhaps 6 yards on the play. Good Tiger pursuit. 2 of the defensive linemen out there. But a big gain of about 8 yards on 1st down.
Once again, that's a play that they like to run, and if they can get yards with that, they're just going to keep grinding on that. So Tigers got to fill quick and fight those blocks over there on the ends. Quick hitter.
Here's the dive up the middle. Gain of about 6 yards on the play.
First down, stop on the play by Liberty Center's number 16.
Kentner ran for 419 yards this season, averaged 7 yards a carry. And I see in the backfield, Colai has returned even after taking quite a few licks. It'll be 1st and 10, Bluffton on their own 35-yard line. Here's the deep pitch to Colai. And come knifing in there, a great individual tackle, a big hit by Seth Atkinson on the 36-yard line, gain of a scant yard.
Yeah. Spike, I was going to remark that so far this second half looked like these Bluffton Pirates had a little more fire, a little more quickness to their step, and of course they're on a mission. They want to get their goose egg off the scoreboard, but Tigers came up big on that play, just when you need it.
Yeah, Atkinson came from the opposite side of the field. Now, in a spread formation, drops back to throw. Pressure from Schwab. He gets it off. It's caught, but tackled immediately by Sattler. Up around the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd down. Oh, they're going to call it a 5-yard gain across the 40. A generous spot there by the officials. It'll be a 3rd down and 4. Bluffton with the ball on their own 44-yard line. Opening moments here in half number 2. Sophomore Ryan Strayer remains in at linebacker along with senior Sattler. We've got Zeiter out here on man coverage on the wideout. Lone wideout in the wishbone. Give to the second back. His burst forward. He's going to be short of the first down. A host of Tiger tacklers. Name about 5 of them and you'd hit at least 3 right. Nice pursuit to the football by Liberty Center.
Oh, that's great defense by the Tigers that series. Bluffton beginning to move the ball a little bit, and they want so badly to establish control and move the stick. So it's a 4th down and almost 2 yards. They're thinking about it. Looks like they're going to do it, Spike.
Bluffton's going to roll the dice. They know they're in for trouble tonight. They're going for it. They're in the wishbone with the wide right. Uh-oh, here's a jump to line of scrimmage, and the left guard for Bluffton jumped, and now that will make it 4th down and a long 6.
That's the way we saw it.
Well, Jim, in their eagerness to pull off the play, left guard fired out, so they were going to run the football. They were going to power it straight ahead.
Yeah, they were, and sure glad the referee saw it the same way we saw it. That way they'll walk the ball back, and it'll be a punt this time. So Tigers stiffened up when they need to.
Well, we think it's going to be a punt. Tigers with 5 men up on the line of scrimmage. Atkinson, the lone receiver back there. High wobbler. Atkinson takes it on the 24. Now cuts his back across the grain. Follows a good block by Smith. He's got a wall. He's down the left sideline. He's got 1 man to beat. He cuts it back on the sideline. Another block by Smith. And finally brought down all the way down across the 30 to the 25. Oh, no. It's all going to come back. We've got some sort of an illegal block. My, oh my, sometimes these rules are made for the 4th graders. A brilliant return effort after Atkinson had reversed his field, had a wall along that left sideline, but somewhere, somehow, the Tigers were caught for a bit of extracurricular somewhere. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, going to take them all the way back to their own 30-yard line. But importantly here, now that the Tigers get some momentum going offensively, this is their 2nd possession this half, and they need to move the stick. So let's see if the blocking and the play calling and the execution can get to be what the Tigers need.
Well, with the wind in their face, they need to run some clock here. Bluffton showing that 8 man up. They got 6 on the line and 3 more right behind. Here is the give inside to McClure on a little counter play. Gain of maybe 3. No, they don't spot him that way, Jim. They got the generous spot last series, and now we got the short spot. But it was only 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line. 7:17 to go in quarter number 3. Tigers with the wind in their face. Fairly stiff breeze. Certainly has an effect on the Tiger style of the long ball downfield. 2 tight end set. Atkinson wing left. Here is the give to McClure coming the other way. Almost breaks the tackle. Gets up to the 35-yard line. Again, good penetration there.
Spike, he had 1 man to beat there, and that play would have busted big, but a pretty sure tackle by number 2 on the Pirates, and Tigers are looking at about 3rd and 6 here, or 3rd and a long 5. So this be a good time for something we haven't seen. What would work, Spike, that would move the sticks for us here?
Oh, I think they just send Jesse deep and flare Huff or Atkinson out into the flats. I think it'd be enough. But they're going to need good protection. Bluffton appeared to show... Now Shaddy back to throw. He's got Smith. He's there. A diving catch. It's caught. A 1st down for Liberty Center. Jesse Smith earned. He earned them double stakes that he poured in last night on that play. Now we've got an injured Pirate down on the field. That was that defensive back that made the big play on McClure just 2 plays ago.
Let's get back to that reception by Jesse Smith. Boy, he has just shown time and time again that he can make a big play when warranted, whether it's leaping high or just eluding his man with an excellent pattern. On this particular play, the ball was coming toward the ground, and he had to just really extend and get those hands down underneath to cradle that ball, and the official right there to call it, and indeed it was a reception, and it moves the sticks for the Tigers. That was a key reception there, a third down play that does make us a first down.
Yeah, and I think you also have to remember the Tigers have done a good job tonight. When they need a 7 or 8 yard gain, they run their patterns for 9 or 10 yards. They do that well. The Tigers run very, very good pass patterns, and so many times on TV, you kind of wonder where the professionals have their minds. But Liberty Center with a fine job of that all season long.
That was a key first down.
Now the Tigers going to that power I left. New formation here, 2 tight ends. Bluffton still with 8 men up in the box. Here's the give to McClure. Fouls a good block by Amstutz. Gets across the 50, down across the 45 to the 44. 9 yard gain. And the Tigers showed them something new tonight, and it worked. McClure off the right side with a quick burst. Gain of 9, 2nd down and 1.
Nice crisp blocking there at the point of the line, and that's what McClure needed to get that couple steps so that he could make it into the secondary. So Tigers on the drive now, Spike. Nice execution out there.
Yeah, Paul Amstutz just took on a guy about 55 pounds heavier than he was, but that was the block that sprung him. Tigers now on a power I right. Here's the give deep to Atkinson on a pitch, cuts it up inside, down near the 40-yard line, fights his way across to the 39, and the Tigers are moving the football in this ever so crucial faces into the wind 3rd quarter. Jim, this is big. Even if they don't score, now they have Bluffton down in their half of the field, and with the wind that they're faced, now Liberty Center can do more things with the football. Certainly they're in 4-down territory.
Oh, they can, and almost looks as though a little bit of the starch seeped out of the Pirates there on this last couple plays.
6 men up on the line, 2 backers. Tigers in that power eye to the left. Here's a give to McClure going the right side. He breaks another tackle, burst onto the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Close to another first down. Liberty Center comes out with the power eye, something we haven't seen in Liberty Center, Jim, for as long as I can ever remember.
Yeah, that's a wrinkle the Pirates kind of wondering what to do about, and McClure doing some nice running there. I mean, he's staying under control, keeping his legs under him, and when he's got a little space, he turns it up, but excellent drive by the Tigers.
That time following some big blocks by Miller, Moeller, and Smith, along with Zeider. Now Shaddy back to throw, looking deep for Huff. It's out there, Huff running under, it's gone! At the last second, popped out, incomplete. Huff had his man beat, but a great defensive dive at the last second. Perfect timing, and Huff was tripped up as the ball landed in his hands. Unfortunate there, but it was a great call. He was open.
Oh, it was, and that's a good pass by Shaddy. I mean, he put it there where he needed to, and that just looked like that ought to have been the big gainer. But he's on target, so we're going to expect more passes and more good completions for real positive yards here.
Tigers able to throw downfield out of that 2 tight end sets they've been using. Now it's a power I left. McClure, the left halfback. We've got to move. Now they get back. No whistle. Give straight ahead to McClure. He's going to be stopped for about a yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Clock running here in the 3rd quarter. Shaddy coming to the sideline. You know, in recent weeks now, Shaddy calling a few more audibles on his own, and the slow maturing process coming to bear. Liberty Center, if we hadn't mentioned it before, only averaging 10 yards less per game in the passing department. So certainly, while everything hasn't clicked perfect tonight, the ball's been there most of the time. The wind has made it rather difficult. Now on 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, Tigers go back to the wing left set. Shaddy under center. Shaddy drops back to throw, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. as he turned to set up, Jim, it was over.
Oh, there's no time at all for him there. Just a tremendous rush by the Bluffton Pirates, and looks like the boys were running a fairly deep patterns there, and it was a rather deep drop, and just no place to go, and he ate the ball, which, you know, you do in those circumstances. I'll say this thing about Rob Shaddy's quarterback, and if he hasn't been on target or if he hasn't put it out there, he has not been picked. He has not put it out there dangerously, so we admire that, and you know, he's just doing a good job. But a good drive for the Tigers, even though they got to give it up now.
Yeah, he's taking more pops tonight than he has all season. Tigers now may try to pooch it down in close. Now it's a short snap to Zeider, burst straight ahead, and a gain down to the 30-yard line. They didn't get the break they wanted, but positive yardage. Jim, you never know. That might not be such a bad deal. Hey, if they punt it, it goes into the end zone. They bring it out to the 20 anyway. And who knows what could happen. He breaks one and goes the distance. All of a sudden, the entire tempo of the game has changed. So not really a bad call at all, and it could have went for a lot more.
Yeah.
All right, it'll be first and 10, Bluffton with the ball on their own 31-yard line, 3:06 in the third, in the wishbone, give straight ahead. Now it's the option. They do get it outside to Colai. Colai gain of 3 on a play. Good outside pursuit from Liberty Center. Sattler out there. Now they want a fumble.
Danny Sattler says it's our
Colai takes another pop again. Also getting up from the bottom of the pile, Chris Box. Boy, you know the lateral pursuit of the lineman, Jim. I tell you, you know that Zeider and Atkinson and Miller, you know they're going to be there, and Jesse.
Involved, yeah.
But the down lineman, I mean, it's really a super job.
But that's what it takes to stop that kind of wishbone attack.
Now wide formation, tipped at the line, almost intercepted. Chris Box almost was able to get back to get the football, but importantly, they keep the timing in askew. Bluffton struggling there now, 3rd down and 8. You know, and they haven't really got their momentum offensively set this quarter. Liberty Center doing a fine job there. Now they go back to the wishbone with a wide out, split to the left. Miller with coverage over here. Here's the give straight ahead, and tripped up. That's going to be close to first down yardage.
Number 35, Justin Kantner carries the ball for Bluffton. Tripped up by number 3, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Zeider tripped him up short of the 40, but as he flip-flopped and did a big head-first somersault, his forward progress is going to give him the first down. Big break for the Pirates.
Yeah, that was, and you know, Spike, we've kind of sold out to stop their run. I mean, that's what the wishbone attack's doing to us, and if he'd have popped through there just another step or two, he might have been off to the races.
Yeah, they've been close on several occasions. Here's the wishbone option. Now the quarterback, he turns it up, and boy, he's popped. Maybe a yard gain on the play, but Liberty Center right there. Very important to make a good, hard, clean, crisp hit, and the quarterback had to feel that one. They give credit to number 67, Matt Schwab, on the hit. Boy, Jim, there were 4 more Tigers there. They get to the ball so fast, it's impossible for me to pick them out. A great job by that spotter. Now the Tiger fans coming alive. We've got a more than capacity crowd. They're lined up 6 deep all the way around. Here the quarterback drops back to throw, and it's picked up by Smith. He makes a move, he's at the 30 and finally brought down at the 32-yard line. Jesse Smith read the quarterback all the way. He stepped up and alertly picked it off. Another big defensive play for the orange and black. And Jim, I'm seeing an orange and black mist around the stadium now. It's looking a lot better for our Liberty Center Tigers.
Yeah, that was Tiger defense in a big way. They do not like to pass the ball. I mean, they do, but they'd rather run it. They have the wishbone attack, and sometimes the quick hitters up the middle. But on that particular play, they decide to pass it, and too bad for the Pirates because Jesse Smith back there saw that ball coming, and he steps up and makes a good reception, hung on the ball, and got the Tigers right back in business on the Pirate 32-yard line.
Tigers coming out in that power eye. Atkinson, the tailback. Here is the give to Atkinson. Met right there. Gain of maybe a yard to the 30-yard line. maybe a short 2.
Stop on the play by number 78, Andy Lauterbach. So if you get a 2, second down.
Jim, I think it's pretty important on this possession, whether we get it in the third quarter here or early into the fourth, the Tigers really need to score. They need to deliver a haymaker here. Bluffton will only 2 touchdowns down. Certainly not out of this game yet. Tigers 2nd and 9 on the 30. Smith split wide right, Atkinson in the slot. Shaddy back to throw. Now it's a reverse to Smith. Smith gets outside. He breaks a tackle. In trouble. Now breaks another one down the sideline. He's going to get a positive gain. Still on his feet. Rambles down across the 25-yard line to the 23. Close to first down yardage. Boy, what a run there. What a masterpiece. He was hit in the backfield. Stayed on his feet. Broke another tackle. Did a little deke and a little duke. Stayed on his feet for about a 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 on the 22-yard line of the Pirates. Pirates desperate now. They need to come up with a big defensive play. Tigers line up in the 2 tight end formation. Power I right. Atkinson the tailback, McClure to the right. Here is Shaddy dropping back to throw, looking for Smith. He's out there, and it's going to be intercepted down on the 2-yard line. Jesse Smith on the ground, shaken up momentarily. I think he probably got a little bit of the wind knocked out. Yeah, he'll be all right now, up on his feet.
Be pretty hard for him maybe to have a full breath in him after that tremendous play over on the other sideline, and then his number was called for, I don't know what you would call that pass pattern, but wow. Pirates dodge a bullet, but I'm not sure they've totally dodged it because the ball's on the 2-yard line, so they've got to have something positive or the Tigers will get it right back with a safety, Spike.
Well, Jesse's had an extra man shadowing him all night. He was double teamed there. Now here's the play action. It's caught out there on the 10. Now it's a flea flicker and it's dropped, but he's brought down finally at the 15. Good enough for first down yardage. Bluffton once again rolling the dice. And I believe they're, as far as field position goes, will dodge a bullet. Jim, that was a pretty well executed play, and it could have been for the distance.
Yeah, that was the old hook and ladder or flea flicker or whatever you want to call it, because pass caught out there in the flat and then quickly a lateral to the trailing back, and looked like that might have gone for big.
Oh, Tigers with some confusion on defense. Dillbone entered the game. Somebody was supposed to come out. Some confusion there, so the Tigers alertly call a timeout. They alertly call a timeout to save the penalty. I believe that's the first one they've used this half.
Substitution against Liberty Center.
Well, now the coach is over here with a few questions. Tigers, I mean, they signaled for the timeout within a couple of seconds, but referees calling it quick.
But they had 12 men out there and they were set, and they show the flag on that.
Well, nevertheless, the Tigers save a timeout. Now it's 1st and 5. And that's the end of the third quarter. The Liberty Center Tigers leading at 14-0, but I'm telling you, Jim, this thing ain't over.
Yeah.
Not by any means whatsoever. Bluffton has been very tough in the red zone defense.
Oh, no question about it. And Tigers on their execution and just dedication. Actually, it's their defense has been keeping them playing strong, because in all the games up to this point, the Tiger offense has been able to score points in bunches and really would keep the ball for extended periods of time. But wow, Tiger defense has stepped up, and the interior line play, even though they're outweighed here tonight, are playing these guys dead even. But give the Bluffton Pirates credit. I mean, they're giving almost as good as they're getting. But scoreboard in favor of the Tigers, and we've got one more quarter to play, Spike.
Yeah, and Jim, she's going to be a long 12 minutes, because I'm telling you, this thing is far from over. Now, Bluffton with the wind in their face. That presents a new problem for them, because now they just about have to sustain a long drive here and score, because if they're forced to punt, I mean, that could be very critical for their chances, which, for all I care, I'm kind of digging it. Now, Bluffton, as you would expect, comes out in that wishbone offense. Here's the fake. Now they're going to start to run the option. He cuts up inside, stays on his feet, rambles for 17 yards, and a first down. Yep, Lindgren stayed downfield, made the hit for the tackle. Also in there was Ryan Zeiter.
Lateral pursuit there has been saving the Tigers bacon all night.
Yep, now Jim, we're seeing the offense now moving to more of the option calls. They were content to maybe throw out of it, give it to the fullback up the middle, and now they're going with more option. They've got a wide out to the right in the wishbone set. Here is the give off the left side, and hit brought down. A great tackle by Danny Sattler. Nice hit. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
I think we'll see the Pirates open it up on the pass too, because they need 2 scores at least, and they can't just chew away on that clock, or they're actually helping the Tigers.
Yeah, that's the downside of the wishbone offense. It can be steady and it can be deadly, but it takes a long time to score. Now motion coming to the right. Little bit different set here. Drops back to throw, lost it deep, nobody there. That huge tight end got caught up with Ryan Strayer and Danny Sattler. Couldn't get out of the couldn't get open down the seam in the Tiger secondary, and that brings up a 3rd and 8. You know, that's an interesting call, because with all the threats that they have, they haven't really used the tight end, and boy, that guy could go unnoticed and ramble for big yardage.
Yeah, and he's a big, strong boy, and he catches passes for him, so that's just a weapon that they haven't really unveiled.
Now lining up in the I formation, 2 wideouts to the right. Here's a wraparound handoff straight ahead, and he's gone for a first down yardage. Hit out there by Ryan Zeiter. A big pop just across midfield. Jim, that was dangerous. A nicely executed play, caught Liberty Center off guard, and the pursuit ran right past the ball carrier. A gain of about 10, 20, 24 yards, we'll call it. And it's a first down for Bluffton on Liberty Center's 44-yard line. Still a near eternity in time left. 10 minutes and 52 seconds. The Tiger defense asked again to rise to the occasion. Here is the fake. The quarterback has it. It's the deep option pitch. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 40, down to the 37. Gain of about 6 on the play. Jim, they're starting to grind it out. They're starting to make it rough on the Tigers.
Yeah, they are, and this Pirate quarterback runs that pitch quite handily, and I'm sure he's done it all season long. We haven't seen any tape of him, but he's sure-handed, and when he pitches her out there, those backs know what to do with it.
Yep. Now Miller into the game for Liberty Center. Schwab coming out. Still in the wishbone. Here's the pitch to Coley. Coley hit right there by Strayer. Brings him down. It'll be short of a first down, gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
You know, Spike, this signal caller for the Pirates is jerking around on that snap count. You watch the Tigers, and they're kind of giving a little jump, which means they're not perfectly set when there is movement and it's time to go. So he's got us on our heels a little bit right now.
Yep, that's right, Jim. Tiger defense going to have to rally here. It's 3rd down and 2 on the ball on the Tiger 35-yard line. Single setback, in motion right. Here's a little flare pass, and he's hitting the backfield, slowed down by Atkinson, and finally finished off by Jesse Smith. It'll be a big Tiger defensive effort there. Loss of 2, 4th down and 3. The Tigers answered the bell. Jim, they've got to do it one more time. They're in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, they do, and this Tiger defense has just been magnificent all season. And this is a group of boys that complement each other very well. They all have strengths. They all have individual things that they do quite well, but it's a team sport, and wow, they work together, Spike. What a team.
The Tigers yelling for some vocal support from their fans. 4th down and 3. And now the flag on the play. We think it'll be delay a game. Boy, that's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah, delay a
game. Delay a game. A 5-yard penalty. And Jim, the pressure got to the Bluffton Pirates there.
Oh, it did, and maybe that was crowd noise. Liberty Center fans were really tuned up then and making a heck of a racket. Anyway, that play took a little bit longer to develop, and sure enough, now it's a 4th down and 7, and of course they'll go for it. There's just under 9 minutes to go, and they got to get on the board.
Okay, here it is, the Tigers with the 3-man defensive front. They've got Miller at a defensive end on the left and Van Gunn defensive end on the right. Smith head up over here, dropping back to throw. Here's pressure from Sattler. It's a foot race. Sattler dives, he gets it out, lofts it out, and it's going to be incomplete. It's another fine Tiger defensive stand. Jim, it's 4th down. That was 4th down. That was 4th down, Jim, I'm sorry. And the Tigers take over. Yeah. Jim, it's looking brighter and brighter all the time.
Oh, it is, and Liberty Center defense just came up real big. Danny Sattler, even though the quarterback, had the angle over there on the sideline and maybe just a little bit faster, but Danny's tremendous pursuit caused him to throw errant. And the Tigers prevail on defense as they have all night when it really counted. And now Danny Sattler brings up the offense up to the line of scrimmage. And though he's sucking wind in a big way, his mom and dad got to be awful proud as he steps up to center the ball as the Tigers take over.
Here they go. Tigers with Atkinson in a wing left. Straight ahead give to Zeider. And he bursts forward, stays on his feet. Man, I tell you what, Ryan Zeider, a determined young fellow, picks up about 6 on the play. Jim, this is where Zeider really gets tough. That's because he's got the stamina, he's got the strength, and he prevails in these 4th quarter situations.
Oh, and the line, they're just take off on a snap, just one disciplined unit. So they've had a hard football game, but you see the goose egg up there for the Bluffton Pirates, and now the Tigers working on the clock.
Atkinson in a wing left. Outside the end, here's the give to Zeider again. Zeider pounding forward up near the 50, gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Liberty Center with only 8 minutes remaining from giving them a chance to move on here in the 4-step set, as Rex Lindgren calls it. Now the officials stop the clock. Left-footed spot there cost Liberty Center almost about 2 feet. Ball spotted back just across the 49. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Tigers staying with that 2 tight end set. Atkinson on the wing left. Zeider, McClure in the backfield. Shaddy under center. Here's the give. Now it's a keeper by Shaddy, and it's a 1st down. Jim, we waited all year for it, and they came through. It's a super call by the Riverboat Gambler himself, Rex Lindgren, for the first time all season. And at a super time to call it, Rob Shaddy. We thought Zeider had the football, but no, it was Rob Shaddy rambling for the 1st down. It's Liberty Center, 1st down on the Bluffton 45-yard line. Oh, Jim, you've got to love these Liberty Center Tigers. If it isn't one man, it's a new man every play coming up big. Liberty Center with Atkinson in the wing left, a little bit deeper, now goes in motion to the right. Here's the deep pitch to Atkinson, following blocks by McClure and Zeider. Gets to the 45-yard line, should be about 2nd and 10.
Spike, let's go back to that 1st down ramble by the Liberty quarterback. He knew where he had to get. There was no sliding for him, no finding that sideline. He just dove up there to where he knew if he got any kind of spot at all, it would move the sticks, and it did, and that was key. Clock keeps running, under 7 minutes now, and the Tigers on a drive that could just salt things away, but a lot of football to play yet. Tigers doing well.
Now Atkinson in motion from the right wing, coming left. Here's a deep pitch to Zeider. Zeider behind a block by McClure, and they're going to rule that. A block in the back. Not much Mike McClure could do there. The defender turned, pivoted on him, and Mike had nowhere to go but hit him in the back. But at this point, Jim, we're still up by 2 scores and the clock down to 6 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yeah, about that block, you want your boys to throw blocks because that's aggressive, and those very blocks make things happen. In fact, Mike McClure several times early in the season made not only 1 downfield block during a play, but 2 to enable his teammate to break a big one. But as you said right there, that Pirate turned his head, and so then that made it an illegal block. But that marches the Tigers backwards, but they have a drive going, but they've got about 2 miles to go, Spike, when they get to tee it up again. But Tigers playing just well-disciplined football, like you'd expect a championship team, a representative of the NWOAL to play.
Okay, here we go. 2nd and 27. Tigers with the ball on their own 38. Atkinson straight down behind the line of scrimmage in motion. Shaddy back to throw. He gets rid of it to Atkinson. Caught over there at the 40. And they're going to rule his knee touches at the 43. Shaddy under a lot of pressure, kept his poise, and completed the pass for a short gain. Gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 23. Clock running at 6 minutes to go. Most important thing now, Jim, the pass was completed. The clock continues to move. Tigers just now have to show their poise, crank off the execution here, and keep possession of the football. All Tigers now in a T formation. Now they shift out to the spread to the left. Huff split wide and McClure in the slot. And now the Tigers called for too much time. Clock will stop. 5:34 remaining. Liberty Center leading it 14-0. Well, Jim, it's part of the football game. There's going to be penalties, and we can't do anything about it. The thing you have to do now is look to see what you can do. And faced with 3rd and 28, obviously it'd be ludicrous to go for the whole 28. So with the wind at their back, I'm sure Liberty Center is going to try something safe here, maybe pick up 10 or 15 yards, and then get the ball in the air on a punt. They've got Atkinson split out wide in the wing on the left side. Smith split wide to the right. Shaddy back to throw, and he's hit. Ball's fumbled. We got a flag, and probably it will be a holding call against Liberty Center. I would imagine they'll decline the penalty, Jim.
They're going to mark them backward. I'll bet you they'll walk them backward.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, you're down 2 scores, and there's only 5.5 minutes left.
But that moves the football. You're right, they decline, Spike. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think now you're going to need some big plays anyway, so another 10 yards of field position at this point is really of little effect. Smith and Atkinson split wide for punt coverage. Miller takes a good snap. He gets off a nice high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for down on the 25. Jim, he had about 7 or 8 yards of real estate there. He could have turned that into some kind of return, but chose not to, and luckily for Liberty Center.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a wind or just a tremendous punt there by Ryan Miller, but he was backpedaling, and kind of on his back foot, so he elected to throw a hand up and go for a fair catch. But with just a few ticks over 5 minutes to go, the Tigers up 14-0. These Bluffton Pirates, if they're ever going to do it, they've got to do it on this drive and not use too much time doing it. So Tiger defense needs to play big here for some more tough defense.
Yep, Tigers now need to come up with some big. Here's a pitch, hitting the backfield. Ball still loose, and I don't know what they're going to rule there. They tried to run that quick pitch out of the option play. They're going to rule that Bluffton recovered. I don't know who that masked man was that got in the backfield so fast, but they were on their heels, not there.
Yeah, that's one time where the Bluffton quarterback should have just ate that ball instead of trying to pass it, because there were black jerseys around there, and he was trying to make his handoff for a short pitch, and ball bouncing around, and I don't know, they may be a little out of control, Spike. They lost about 9 yards on that play.
Yep, 2nd down and 19, and now another flag on the play. Not sure what the call is there. Perhaps they're going to pick that one up. Yeah, they picked her up.
Waving the flag off.
Perhaps getting a little whistle happy here. Bluffton facing long yardage, 2nd and 19, and the Tigers in a position now where they can maybe come flying. Here's the blitz. It's knocked away by Lindgren, incomplete. So Blake Lindgren really pinned his own ears back. He came flying in there, and now Bluffton really in trouble, Jim. It's 3rd and 19 on their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, he gave him the bull rush, the Reggie White bull rush, and just about took the Bluffton quarterback's arm off with his charge.
Yeah, Tigers were back in umbrella coverage, and a big play by Lindgren from his nose tackle position. Now 3rd and 19, 2 wide outs to the right, and the I formation in the backfield. Dropping back to throw. Now it's that little forward lateral, or not forward lateral, but that little spin around handoff to the front, and it comes out a big gain. Jim, they needed 19, and on 3rd down they picked up about 17 of them. Now with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go, Jim, they've got no choice.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, there's time yet, and this is a dogged team. They feature defense, and actually their defense has done well, but the Tiger big play capability was able to put 2 scores on the board, and so far they've made that stand up, but Tiger defense.
Well, here it is, 4th and 4, 75 years of orange and black tradition on this play. The Bluffton Pirates need it. It's a fake out there. He tries to turn it up on the option run. It's a 1st down. He's got more heading down the left sideline. He's got Smith, and he's Jesse Smith to run him out of bounds all the way down to the 27-yard line. They're going to call a flag. Jesse Smith pushed him out of bounds. They're going to roll unsportsmanlike conduct, and with 4:01 to go, sports fans, this ball game is far from over. Another walk-off will come after the spot of the ball. A rather cheap call, if I may say.
Yeah, that was a tough one to swallow, Spike. He was streaking up the sideline, and sure, Jesse Smith was closing on him with his superior speed, and so he stepped out of bounds the same time Jesse crowded him out of bounds. So there was nothing flagrant there. Jesse didn't lead with his helmet, but anyway, the officials give him 1st down and move him ever closer to that Tiger goal line. So they're on the 14-yard line, Spike.
Okay, they are back with the wide out right or left coming in motion to the right. Now the straight ahead give to Colai. Colai good for maybe 2 on the play. Jim, I'm glad to see they're running the football, because as they run it, the time moves inexorably on.
Oh yeah, and they got the attention of the Tiger defense now. I mean, Bluffton had a couple good plays there, but Tigers got a lot of pride, and they want this shutout, so they're digging in deep here.
All right, now out of the wishbone set, wide out to the right. He drops back to throw on play action. It's caught. No, it's intercepted by Seth Atkinson. What a hit back there. Jesse Smith with super coverage on the receiver. Hit him as the ball got there. Yeah. And Seth Atkinson, with the alertness of a mountain cougar, stepped in and grabbed the football as he was diving to the ground. And the Liberty Center Tigers have answered the bell. They stop the Bluffton Pirates on the 10-yard line, on the 2-yard line. Liberty Center takes over, 3:27, and that's a Tiger football. Jim, it's only 3 minutes until we move on. All right, now the Tigers have to take care that they don't give up a quick score here. Here's the straight ahead give to the man Mountain Zider. He gets up to the 5-yard line. A big gain there, Jim.
Yeah, going back to that great defensive play, Seth Atkinson and Jesse Smith had that Bluffton receiver Oreo cookie there on the 2-yard line, and the ball bounces around through the receiver and into Seth Atkinson's eager hands. And so there we are.
You know, Jim, I suppose Bluffton can look back at this game and say that, well, we coulda, and we shoulda, and we woulda. But you know what it all comes down to? It's the ability to make plays. The Liberty Center Tigers, time after time, have been able to make plays. That time, A superior job by Atkinson, alertly stepping in after Jesse Smith right there to pop the intended receiver. Timeout down on the field. The Grand Buccaneer himself, Coach Lindgren, doling out some advice here to the Tigers. They have the ball, 2nd down and about 8 on the 5-yard line. Tigers need ball possession here. Tigers with 2 wideouts to either side. Tigers jump, and that's going to cost them half the distance to. Uh-oh, now we've got a discussion. We're going to see. No, procedure against the Tigers. Close call there. We had the Tigers jump on the outside and the interior of the Pirate line jumping inside. Call goes against Liberty Center. It'll be a half the distance call. Liberty Center now with the ball at just about the, just across the 2-yard line. Jim, even though the Tigers lead by 2 scores, you know, if something dangerous happens here and the Bluffton can score quick, you know, this thing still a long way from over. Now Atkinson in motion from his wide spot to the left. Here is the give to Zeider. Zeider still on his feet across the 5 and out to the 7. Valuable real estate there.
Oh, that was valuable because that gives them, in case they've got a punt, little elbow room for Ryan Miller. But great defense by the Tigers, and a timeout by Bluffton, and with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, even though it's a wire-to-wire contest, the Tigers are still unscored upon.
After the Bluffton timeout, Liberty Center came to the sidelines for more instruction here. Certainly, Tigers facing a 3rd down, and we're going to call it a long 5. Ball at the 8-yard line. Certainly, Jim, a 1st down here could just about salt this thing away. But on the other hand, Liberty Center can't afford to get too cute, but they are lining up Smith wide to the right, Atkinson wide to the left, maybe trying to spread the defense, but they're not buying it. They got 8 men in the box. Shaddy drops back to throw, though. He's got Smith out there. It's a catch at the 20. He breaks a tackle, now puts on a move, and he's finally brought down at the 25-yard line. And Jim, another roll of the dice. A gutsy call. Some may call it stupid, but I call it a winning call. And Liberty Center now has a lot of room. The clock is running. We've got a 1st down, and I think we're bleeding orange and black now. We're moving on to bigger and greater glories for the Liberty Center Tigers.
Yeah, you know, that would have been a good call because even if that pass would have fallen incomplete, we had plenty of room to kick the football because of the previous play. So, but good execution there. Rob Shaddy's thrown some strikes here lately.
Tigers now with Atkinson in motion now coming back to the play. Shaddy tripped up, gets the pitch to Zeider. Good block by McClure. Zeider gets it outside across the 30, up to the 35, close to a Tiger 1st down. Tigers doing a measure now on the fading Bluffton Pirates. 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Clock stopped as Zeider gets out of bounds. And they move the sticks once again. Zeider picked up 11, good for a 1st down, ball squarely on their own 35-yard line. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Spangler, the tackle on the left. Stutz, the guard on the left. Sattler, the center. Now the give to McClure off the right side. And now the important thing is hang on to the football. Mike McClure does that, gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Jim, Liberty Center won't see a tougher inside defense in the playoffs, at least for a while, than they've seen tonight.
Oh, you're exactly correct, but give it to the Tigers on offense and defense. They have answered the bell. I mean, this well-conditioned Bluffton Pirate team. Many of them don't go both ways, but they're tough. They're lean, and they play good defense, but the Tigers found a way to do it, Spike.
Yep, now here's a straight-ahead give to McClure, and he's up near the 40-yard line, gain of about 3 on the play. Clock stopped now. Minute and 38 seconds to go. Liberty Center leading at 14-0. It appears, Jim, from the score we just heard, Amanda Clear Creek was leading Elmwood 21-12.
Would that be our next contest?
Yeah, we would play Amanda Clear Creek if the scores hold as such. Apple Creek Waynedale, excuse me. The Apple Creeks and all all those A's. Yeah,
pickers.
Yeah, that's right. Totally confused. We've got a Tiger down on the sideline getting checked out here. Hopefully nothing too serious. Yep. Trainer plus Al Whiterock checking him out.
A little reflection about this game, Spike. You know, a lot of questions, some tapes exchanged, but we saw what they did, knew and understood what we had to do, and with a lot of wind and really a strong line to play against, the Tigers got it done. They got it done offensively when they had to, and defensively just came up big time after time.
Yep. No question there. Tigers coming up to the line of scrimmage. Todd Moeller, the tackle on the right. Jesse Smith, the guard on the right side. They've got Smith split out wide right. Atkinson wing left. Here's the straight ahead give. It's a fumble. Scooped up by Bluffton, and he's going to be brought down. The Bluffton Pirates still with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go. Ball squirted loose. And Jim, they've got it only 42 yards away from pay dirt. I guess it ain't over till it's over.
Yep.
Now the Tigers expecting a little more wide open package now with 4 defensive backs in there. 5-man line. Dropping back to throw on play action. Lofts it deep. He's got the tight end open. And Huff there. It's caught. Huff brings him down right at the point of the catch. Clock running. No, well, it stops now while they move the down boxes. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. And Jim, she ain't over, you know, a quick score and an onside kick, and who knows?
Yeah, that tight end is really big league material size-wise, and it's just surprising they haven't connected up with him more often.
Now in the wishbone set, wide out to the left. Drops back to throw. Here's pressure from Liberty Center. He gets it off. It's caught at the 10, at the 5, and brought down. Ryan Strayer and Jesse Smith bring him down at the 2-yard line. Jim, 1 minute and 8 seconds to go, and it ain't over.
Well, they had her down near that close once before, and the Tiger defense came up big, so I know they're going to be digging in now. But, wow, as we look at the passing of this Bluffton team, you wonder why didn't we see a little more of that?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the Tigers had a great pressure. He just got it off. Now in the wishbone, the give straight ahead, and he's in for the touchdown. 1:06 to go, and this thing ain't over yet. The 6-point touchdown is across. 14-6. Liberty Center's lead now cut. Well, obviously, Jim, they've got to have the extra point. And I'm sure at this stage of the game, they'll be content to go for 1. If they go for 2 here and not make it, that would be almost a killer. Well, here's the snap, the hold, kick is up. And it is good, 14-7. Oh, Jimmy, I don't know. Oh, Jimmy, 1 minute and 6 seconds, an eternity for Liberty Center. What looked like a minute ago was a game in the bag as they were trying to run the clock out. Now, a quick conversion by the Pirates, and we've got us a barn burner.
Yes, we do, Spike, and 1 minute and 6 seconds to go, and you can believe we're going to see onside kicks and all kinds of trickery by the Bluffton defense to try and get their hands back on the football. Also, a real sad note, Ryan Zeider going off on a golf cart down here on the track. He suffered some injury a little bit earlier, and the action so fast and furious We didn't catch that, but that's kind of serious stuff as the Tigers look toward the next game if they can stave off these Pirates for another minute, Spike.
Okay, well, it's obvious the Tigers are going to have their all-hands team up on that, up near the 50-yard line. Up there we've got McClure, Weshy, Smith, Silvas, Babcock, and number 35, Westhoven. The second line, Huff, Miller. Here it is, the onside. They're going to go up in the air, and the hit made, and it's recovered by Liberty Center. A well-executed onside kick. It went up in the air.
Brett Silva's coming down.
Brett Silvas recovers. For a minute, it looked like there's a flag on the play. We didn't see it fly.
It actually hit their back. It hit a member of the Pirates in the back, and then they began to try to scramble for the ball. But it looks like the Tigers are going to, hey, yep, they got possession.
Yep. Well, there's some questions here now. Coach Lindgren certainly not totally pleased, but the Tigers do survive the onside kick. And now with a minute and 3 seconds to go, Collins into the game now as the up back. Tigers now going to try to just down the ball away. Shaddy goes to a knee. Atkinson back as a safety valve. Clock running now under a minute, 14-7. Jim, I don't know the timeout situation. I'm sure.
They're not burning them, so they might.
No, they might be out of timeouts. Yep, Jim, I believe that was the ball game when the Tigers were able to recover the onside kick. They lived to fight another day, but boy, I tell you, not without having their hearts in their throat. Tigers set for another snap, clock at 30 seconds. This could be the last play of the game, and goes to a knee. A little bit of hostilities there, but it'll go all for naught. And that's going to be it. Clock running at 20, 18, 17, 16. It's all over finally, but I'm telling you what, if there was ever a question in anybody's mind as Liberty Center was a shoe-in to waltz into Massillon, well, you better forget it because we've got a tough road to go. We survive it, Jim. That's it. That's the ball game. A 14-7 Tiger win. But a long, long way to go.
Coach Rex Lindgren loves to tell the Tigers it's a four-step process to win a state title. First step began against Bluffton tonight from Eastwood. This was a great football game. Dan Cummins was there for this one. Rob Shaddy flips to Tim Hoff, juggles the ball but hangs on to sprint 30 yards for the touchdown. Things really tighten up after that. Tigers get the big defensive play. Late fourth quarter, there's Seth Atkinson just picking it off. Tigers sink the Pirates playoff ship 14-7. Another Division 5